It's really nice when you can tell people you told them so, but sometimes you want to be wrong about that told them so, and you wish you were right. I mean, wrong, because what you were telling them was going to happen was not going to be very good. So Mojang in Microsoft are screwing over Minecraft, and it's like I said this was going to happen about 3 years ago now. It's nice you guys are finally starting to realize it. Um, So where shall we start with this? Because there's probably stuff more, but I'm just going to go with my personal experience. This is not like a full-on documentary. I'm just going on my experience because I know a lot of people aren't going to mention what I'm going to mention in particular. So I started getting back into Minecraft and like when the whole PewDiePie he started playing it and everyone all the freaking redditors from PewDiePie's audience started to replay it because after a while it was dead, but then it got popular again in like the summer of 2019, sort of. Oh yeah, during the year of 2019 and 2018. But the point is, it had a resurgence, and I thought everything was fine until well, I figured out something disastrous, and that the people running Mojang, they're kind of a bunch of, how shall I put this? Slacktivists. And what do you mean by that? Are you saying what am I saying by that? It was this. The refusal to add sharks. Now, you may be thinking, why is that such a bad thing? It's because of the reasons they gave of it. If I really wanted to add sharks to the game, I would mod them in or use the mashup packs of Bedrock. The issue is the reasons they gave for this, which are pretty hypocritical and stupid, and I'll go into why. We can't add the shark. There's two reasons we can't add the shark. Number one, because a lot of shark are endangered. Part of the reason they're endangered is because they're misunderstood. They're endangered. They're endangered. Yeah. Oh, we can't add sharks because they're endangered. Yeah, you know what else is endangered? You know what else is? Almost 99% of your freaking roster of animals. So we can't add sharks, but we'll add polar bears as an environmental message. We'll add pandas as an environmental message too because they're cute, but and axolotls too. Despite the fact that pandas are literally killing themselves and driving themselves into extinction because their food source is shit and they suck as an animal. We gotta raise awareness for these cute and cuddly creatures, but not for these sharks, which could really use that prehistoric planet treatment where they're actually shown as animals and not movie monsters. They could really use that in Minecraft being the biggest game in the world. If you really want to have a good environmental message, there you go. But you won't add them because these excuses make no sense. If you didn't give the environmental excuse, I would have never cared. But now you're trying to put the whole virtue signal act to why you didn't add it. It's clearly like I don't. There's literally no reason to not add sharks. You could have done it the same way you did polar bears. Alright, you could have made a good message about it if that's what you really wanted, since you guys talk about how much you care about the environment and that's what you pretty much made the premise of all your updates, to boost your EGS score, which we'll get into later, but you can clearly see that it makes no sense why they didn't add sharks. It makes zero sense, and I've never stopped shutting up about that because they're actually endangered animals. And if these people want to go on about how much they care about the environment, at least show some love to the animals that are still seen by everyone in the world as monsters. If you want something to virtue signal about the creatures that could really use the treatment of not being seen as monsters, if that's what you really want. And even then, like, why are you using this game as a platform to pushing all these messages? Like, why does everything have to be educational? But I'll address this in the next point. Number two is that we don't want to encourage people to go up to sharks or try to ride sharks or, not necessarily ride sharks, but try to get close to sharks or kill sharks in real life. Props to Fortnite and Ark for actually allowing you to ride the shark. Oh my god. No, no. Yeah, yeah. By this logic, you're saying video games cause violence, or that video or media cause violence, or it actually has some correlation. That kids, oh, they're just going to go up to sharks in real life. Yeah, I'm going to go in real life, dig a freaking hole with my hands, break a tree with my hands, build a house with my bare hands, make a crafting table. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do in real life. And this whole entire argument about, oh, people go up to sharks in real life. You have wolves in the game and dolphins, which, to be fair, dolphins are friendly to humans, even though they're very sexually aggressive animals that are monsters. They play volleyball with baby sharks. They're evil. They're evil. Um, but the point is that you have wolves in the game that you just give a bone, and then they turn into a dog. And you want to go up about how you don't want kids to go up to animals. Like, I'm pretty sure most kids are aware that's not what will happen in real life. And if they are, they're just stupid and have no understanding of the real world. And it's up to the parent to tell them that it's not real. Like any good parent would do. But I guess these children nowadays don't have parents, now do they? The divorce rates of America, I guess. But the point is that why the hell does Minecraft have to suddenly be this educational game where every single update has to be an environmental message, where every single things have to everything has to be educational, despite before the game not there's giant spiders in this Minecraft world. Why are you trying to put education and crap into this game? You have Education Edition already. You don't need this. And they say, remember what happened to cookies and parrots. Yeah, of course, because a parrot is an easily accessible pet. Sharks are out in the goddamn ocean. Same with wolves. That's why kids don't go up to real life. Like, you can't, even, most of the time, even, you're not going to encounter a shark unless you go to the ocean, and most of the time they're pretty, I don't know, I wouldn't say they're common, but most people will be saying, keep your distance. Either way, because there's always going to be, if there's sharks in the water, there's going to be signs warning people about it. No one's going to go up to a shark in real life, because, how do you expect a kid to swim up to a shark? The sharks are fast already, alright? They're already fast already. The kid's never going to catch up to the shark, or try to ride it, or whatever. I highly doubt there's going to be a kid in real life who plays Fortnite, tries to use the fishing rod on a shark, and tries to ride it. I highly doubt that. Now, the popular theory to why they would not add sharks is because China has a whole entire, shark movement going on where they don't want to kill sharks and stuff, which is really good. So, and because of Minecraft getting an earnings from China, of course they can't have sharks in the game to be killed. And if they said that, I'd be still mad, but at least I knew they weren't trying to virtue signal about it. But after this whole situation, it kind of changed my opinion on Mojang, because even then after this, they went back on this statement so many times, despite it being a very hypocritical decision. They'd rather not listen to their fans, which you'll see repeating in this video. Um, you know, they said, oh, we might add a shark-like creature in the future, or just a fantasy shark, or we and then eventually they said, oh, sharks aren't being added because they don't fit the tone of the game. If they just said that up front without the virtue signaling, I wouldn't be mad, because guess what, we have mods. But the whole virtue signaling part just made me it makes no sense. You don't have to, I get it, you want to boost up your EGS score. And the thing is they didn't learn after this. Of course, with the dream stands getting popular and standing culture getting popular with Minecraft YouTubers, where a bunch of women on Twitter start simping for someone. Um, and of course, that started to really infest the Minecraft community in the coming years of 2019 to 2020. And it honestly started turning the Minecraft community into something completely different, something worse. Even these dream stands would often turn on Dream because he was not at the moral standard of these people's politics. Speaking of politics, let's talk about Minecraft talking about politics. As if the whole entire thing of making every single update into an environmental message with every single thing they add. Now it comes to 2020, the year of 2020. Um, Here we go. Yeah, yeah. This wasn't just limited to the Twitter page, oh no, but also to the splash screen. And if you had a certain mod installed, this happened. This happened. It sent you to a page asking you to donate to BLM, and you may be asking, what's my problem with this? Are you just mad? Are you just mad that saying minorities are people that deserve respect? Now, thank you for asking me. Well, I'm actually mixed race myself. So I'm not I'm not the devil to you. So, to the person asking that question. So let me tell you why it's a problem. It's because, like I said before, you shouldn't be putting political messages in your game. This is a political message, and not even a good one at that. Because where did all the money for Black Lives Matter go? It didn't go to black communities. It actually just went to the owner's fund to buy mansions. Yeah. So all that money that they're telling, oh, we can solve racism as long as you donate to this organization, and it all just went to someone's mansion fund, not helping actual communities. But don't worry, let's all forget about 2020. Let's all pretend we did something good that year, and let's forget that where all that money actually went. It didn't go to helping communities. It just went to funding the owners' mansions. You know, if only those funds could have actually went to the black community. If only they could actually go to that. We're trying to actually help the community out, but no, we just need to make a social movement to larp off the suffering of others, just so we can help ourselves. So a minority myself, I find that pretty offensive, but whatever. I guess I just hate myself or something because I don't agree with the fact that they spend all the money on mansions instead of actual help. And this is what I mean about this fake virtue signaling from Mojang. They may make every single update an environmental update, but the truth is that they don't actually care. Sure, they donated all this money to a faceless uh, charity that just spent it all on themselves. You know, like I don't. That doesn't sit right with all those influencers, all those people, like even PewDiePie donating money to this shit. And all these people all donating to this cause that didn't actually go to what it was supposed to be for. And if you want more information on that, I'll put the source for it in the description, and you can watch a video on it. But the point is that, and you got to understand this, is that these companies don't actually care about the message they're preaching, and you have to stop pretending like they do, because they don't. Because they may make every single update an environmental update, but there's already proof, like with the sharks, that they'll just pick and choose what they want to add. If they actually cared, they would have added something like that, but it's all just a grift for their EGS score. And I'll get into that more later after I talk about the latest thing. So, with all these events unfolding and with Dream's Stan fan base starting to grow, the Minecraft community was now primarily dominated by Reddit and Twitter people. Um, so over time, Minecraft turned to something different, something completely unrecognizable. It was no longer about yourself and building your own rules, but the rules of a corporation. So if you're wondering what the latest grift that they did was, is that they were going to so what did Mojang do next? They did what they do best. They don't keep their promises. Well, they were going to add fireflies and all this other stuff to the wild update. Now, my first problem is that you're not adding Styx the Badger from Sonic the Hedgehog into a wild update. And if you want to know why this is wrong, I can pretty much. But anyways, my point is that the reason they gave for not finishing the fireflies or adding them was here. Let's hear it from the horse's mouth.
Fireflies was originally part of the plan for the wild update. We wanted them to be a food source for the new frogs. But then we got great feedback from you guys in a lovely community, and you taught us that a lot of species of fireflies and firebugs that are out there are poisonous to toads and frogs. And of course we didn't want to add that into our game. So we provided the frogs with a safer food source, the tiny slimes. And fireflies are sadly no longer part of the plans.
Bravo, bravo. First with the sharks and now with the frogs. Good job. Good job. Good job. You did a great job. Wow, you're so progressive. You didn't want to. You made them eat like frickin' molten slimes. You made the frogs eat molten slimes or slimes. Of course, that's such a great alternative. Such a great alternative. You know, you could have just, made the fireflies not eaten by the frogs. You didn't have to completely remove them. But no, we didn't add them because they would be eaten by the frogs and that'll kill them. I know we could have coded it to be different, but they weren't done anyways, and we'd rather make our reason for not finishing it to be a virtue signal because we care about the environment, guys. We care so much. We're a corporation. We care about the environment so much. I know we're tearing down that jungle over there so we can get some stuff for a company, but as long as we virtue signal about how much we care, it'll be all right. I know we just dumped a big load of unused dildos into the ocean. But you are the problem, not us. We're the ones who are saying that it's bad to do those things. But as long as we say it's bad and act and keep doing what we're doing, people will buy into it and think we care. We care. Oh, wait, what? What? People don't agree with us? No, this is blasphemy. This is blasphemy. You can't be saying this. Hate speech. No, 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 no. Our fans' opinions don't matter. They're toxic. Our corporation's opinions matter. We do what we want. We don't listen to our fans. They're idiots who don't know any better. I think this is why you have to have the remove YouTube dislike added on, because it kind of shows that people still don't like the decisions of corporations. And I think this was the wake-up call to people realizing how stupid Mojang was and how their things are kind of stupid. Because the whole entire shark thing kind of just happened in an interview, and even though the majority of the community, and I would say 99% of them, thought that it was a stupid reason not to add them. I think at the end of the day, there wasn't really anything you could do. But when you promise to add a feature and then you remove it because my environment, despite the contradictions in your game, um, I, I I think it's pretty understandable to why now people see uh, why this stupid virtue signal is bullshit. And this is kind of the start of the fall in Minecraft, but I want to get into the whole mob vote stuff because not only did certain YouTubers kind of sort of influence the vote, which, you know what, I'm not going to get into because there was pretty much talk of Dream influencing the Glow Squid to win. Um, Even though the Glow Squid was really mid, they screwed that up too. Um, the mob votes are stupid. Just add all the damn ideas you say you have. Why does you had like four amazing ideas. Four amazing ideas for the first vote you did. And then you just scrapped the free and put in only one of them. Why? These creature ideas are so good. And when you did put in the flying creature people voted for, you made it the worst mob in the game. The Phantom, which is why the Halo Phantom's better. But the point is that you completely fumbled the bag. You dropped the ball here, and every single update has all these good ideas, and they never get reused. The only thing that ever did get reused was the frogs in the swamp update, and even then, that update was mild. So yeah, that's my problem. Like you have all this content you can add, but you refuse to because it's part of the vote, which is an arbitrary restriction. It's like when those AAA companies make FOMO stores for video games and say there's a limited amount of this item you can buy, which is bullshit because you can put it in the store anytime you want. This isn't real life. No one asks for games to be more realistic. Like, no one wants that. No one wants games to be more realistic for shop stuff when you have to pay real life money for it. And aside from that, there's also Notch being banned from the birthday of his own game, and you can think whatever you want about him. You gotta agree that's kind of screwed up. That's pretty much not being able to see your child, but I'm sure the people who are fine with that and say it's a good thing are probably the same people who support fathers being locked away from seeing their child because their mother gets an advantage in court. Ha ha ha, funny divorce joke too. But I think this is what kind of started this whole save Minecraft thing, and this is the final thing where people were like, we're pretty much sick of Mojang and Microsoft's bullshit. With the new update coming out, they decided that all Mojang accounts must be converted to Microsoft accounts. And with that, that started a frog in the boiling pot of water situation. And the reason for that is because with a Microsoft account, they could do a lot of very questionable things, and they could pretty much globally ban you wherever you wanted. So people didn't like this, and some people were like, "Oh, this they're not going to do that. They're not going to go and globally ban people for whatever reason they see fit." Because with this whole new update of adding a migration system to make it more aligned with Microsoft, and then adding a new banning system for the newest version of Minecraft 1.19.48. Um, wait, 84. Yeah, 84. 1984. Okay. Um, but the point is that they made this new update, and it pretty much bans you for anything. Now, of course, we have the simple Twitter woman reply here. How does not saying slurs in your chat hinder your ability to play Minecraft? Now, first of all, this is a straw man, but this isn't just limited to saying slurs. It's limited to saying anything. And besides, servers already have tools to do this themselves. If people want to have that system or not, it's up to them. It should be up to them, right? So this system is not only is it just like It's not just censoring one thing, it's censoring everything. It's censoring small words like night and like what else? Night, Japan, normal swear words like fucking shit. Like like they're trying to turn it into a complete corporate wasteland with the chat system and the frickin' make it a whole like kid friendly game. I'm pretty sure a lot of people playing on servers are adults. They can handle swear words. You don't need to infantilize them. And like this chat system, you can just get banned for anything pretty much. And yeah, people are kind of going to be mad about it. It has nothing to do with just saying slurs. And even then, people who own servers should be able to do whatever the hell they want with their moderation powers. They shouldn't have a corporation telling them what they can and can't do. Um, and I'll explain this later to why, but and you'll always see it's always the same people who are defending this. It's always the same people with the frickin' anime frickin' Twitter bios. Um, it's always like that. And I say Twitter woman because anyone who's a dream stan is going to be a woman. It's never going to be a man. It's always going to be a woman. That's why I say that. I'm not trying to be insulting to women when I say that. You girls are fine. If you watch my content, you're amazing already. If you're a woman, anyone who watches my content is amazing. It doesn't matter what gender they are. But I'm just using that. You get the point. But this is kind of why I just feel like I don't care about Minecraft anymore. And it was always like with what happened in with what happened with all the events leading up today, I can safely say I'm not going to be playing Minecraft anymore because things aren't going to change. It doesn't matter how much everyone complains right now because it's been like a month and nothing has been changed. I mean, they banned NFTs. Yeah, that's great. That's great. Yeah, let's not forget the fact that you just banned every single dictionary word. And this was always a frog in the boiling pot situation. I always told people in 2019 that this stuff would get worse, the censorship would get worse. And they either strawmanned my points or just said it wouldn't happen. Look who's laughing now. Look who's laughing now. This is what happens when you accept some if you just accept a little bit of what of any type of censorship because it will always get worse no matter what. And yeah, honestly, if you just want to play other games now, just go. If you want to play Minecraft, just play on the older versions and use mods. Literally, what is modern Minecraft offering that's better than any mod? And I bet mods could just convert modern Minecraft into a mod, anyways. Like, why should I care about some mediocre update when I can just go and play a ore spawn or any of those good mods? I still play on like the 1.7, and I have more fun than I do in modern Minecraft. Mods actually have the balls to add creatures like sharks. They can add whatever the hell they want, and honestly, it's more fun than normal Minecraft. And it's kind of like with Ark, but there is no benefit to going to the latest version. There's like nothing there that's really beneficial. Like, so what? You added this. Guess what? A mod does it better, and the mod dev's probably better. Um, and yeah, and I learned this the hard way with Halo. You shouldn't be holding on to a sinking ship of a franchise, trying to hold this attachment, demanding things to be better. If the developers aren't listening to listen to the fans, then they're not going to change that attitude unless like a major cleaning house happens, which won't happen because Microsoft needs their EGS score to be pretty good, and Minecraft is giving them that. Honestly, Minecraft should have never. Minecraft is about freedom of expression. It's about doing what you want. There's no rules, as Notch said himself. Um, there's no one to boss you around to tell you what to do. So play on the versions that aren't going to be censoring you if you say the word Japan in the chat, even on single player modes. And I should mention that they promised us this wouldn't happen. And that's why I call it the frog in the boiling pot water situation. And let me explain that. The frog in boiling pot water situation is that when a person, they put a frog in a boiling pot of water, the frog jumps out. Then they just put the frog back in, but the water's at a normal temperature. Then they slowly turn it up until it gets to boiling pot of water, and then the frog, before it's too late, the frog can't get out. Because guess what? It's already boiling. You already have your skin burning off, and you can't do anything about it. So that's what I mean by that. So as soon as they said, "Oh, it wouldn't get worse," it was definitely going to get worse. So yeah, the message you should take away from this video is is that don't trust these companies or Microsoft because they screw over everything. Um, what the message you should take is that these companies don't care about you. They may virtue signal all the time. They may say all this stuff that they love you and that things won't change, but it's all just a grift to make you think that they care. And you should know that these people don't care. They just want your money from investments in customers alike, and they'll do anything to get it. So don't bother with them. Find companies that actually care for you or just use older versions of hardware, but they weren't as crappy. And yeah, I may make another video about like this about Sega or 343, but people already done to death 343 and Sega. Well, mostly Sonic Team, I would say, but I don't know. I have a lot to say about this, and I'm glad I could finally have the excuse to get it out because now people are finally starting to talk about it. So I hope this video was informative, as unedited it was, but I shouldn't be spending my time editing something I don't really, you know, because like it's not something I'm really passionate about. I don't really care about Minecraft anymore. I don't play it anymore because there's other games from different people that I'd rather play because yeah, it's like being in an abusive relationship where the person constantly promises to change and they never do. So yeah, that's what I mean. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'm glad you made it to the end. Please consider liking and subbing if you enjoyed and want to see more content. Thank you.